Now, what about standing waves when both ends of the device, like what you see here, are free? Not like what we saw before when they were fixed at both ends here. So we don't have clamps to hold it here or here. Okay, let's look at this first run-in. Okay, you notice that the end here is free. We have maximum displacement of the medium. Similarly here. Okay, I'll go back and go over it in slow motion in a second. But you see, we saw the first harmonic, second. Now we are looking at the third. And the fourth. Okay. So now let's re-examine this in slow motion. So in something like this, we have a node here, antinode here, and an antinode here. So we have half a segment here and half a segment here. All together, at the first harmonic, we still have a segment made up of two halves in this case. While the other one, when it was fixed at both ends, we had nodes at both ends, and we had the segment like this. Now we have two half segments. So they add up, both of them together, to half a wavelength, meaning we can get the wavelength by measuring the length of our device, that length, and multiplying it by 2. Okay, now that's the first harmonic. So we have only one node in the middle and antinodes at the free ends. Now let's look at what we see after that. At the second frequency, so I'm playing it back and forth here. So you notice we have a node here, a node here, an antinode at each of the free ends. So in all harmonics here, since the ends are free, we are going to have antinodes at the ends. So again, antinode, antinode in the middle, and antinode at this end. And then we have one node and another node. In terms of segments, we have half a segment here, a full segment here, and half a segment here. So altogether we have two halves and one. So we have two segments. Two segments that are full wavelength. So the length of the device from here to here is the wavelength of this particular wave. Okay, let's continue. So at the third mode, okay, so I'm playing it back and forth. So again here we have an antinode at both ends, but I have a node here, a node here, and a node here. Okay, antinodes at the ends, but I have three nodes in the middle. Now with the three nodes, I have one segment here, two segments here, and then half and half. So all together we have 2 1/2, 2 plus 2 halves, or 3 segments altogether. So the 3 segments, that's 3 lambda over 2, should be equal to our wavelength. Okay, let's play it again. Okay, at the fourth mode, again we have an antinode here, a node here, and a node here, and a node here, and a node here. We added another antinode in the middle. So we have 1, 2, 3 antinodes. Remember when we had it fixed at both ends, we were adding nodes. Now we are adding antinodes. So here we have half a segment, one full segment, one full segment, one full segment, and one half a segment. So 3 plus 2 halves, that's 4 segments. At this fourth harmonic, 4 segments is equal to the length of my device. So 4 times lambda over 2 is the length of my device. So the wavelength is half the length of my device.